Alright guys, let me explain this a little better. I had a couple of my local guys hit me up. Actually, I ran into two of them today. Asked me what's the difference between that and a Moplo. This one does not have a clutch. It don't build up pressure and clicks off with a clutch. It does not do that. It works just like another pressure washer. It works just like if you had the metering system down there and you had this tied into it. That's exactly how it works. I'm not an electronic guy. I can't explain it all to you. But this right here is actually the downloader. It don't look like your common everyday downloader. It's a pressure valve. And the way this works is this is, you think this is your main water right here. It ain't. Your main water is this one. It's weird. There's so much shit back there, it makes me throw up to look at it. But this pulls from here, wraps all the way around back to right here and plugs in here. Okay, you would think that's your main water valve. It ain't. This one is your main water coming in. It comes in here, goes through here, goes through there, goes around the back of the pump into your machine right here. Okay guys, that's why you got two lines back. And this is where the two water line comes in at. You see the water line right here? It wraps all the way around, goes under my pressure washer here. And it ties into there. You see the second water line? It goes from there into right here. This one. There's two water lines feeding this. This one and this one feeds it. This is the reason this is more heavier duty right here, because it sucks the water through here, comes out here, wraps all the way around the pump, and comes in right here just like you would have it hooked up to a regular water. When I was running it yesterday, showing y'all with the pressure it had, I actually thought this morning that it didn't have enough pressure. I went and got my trusty pressure valve, we all have keeps these on our trucks when the downloaders goes down and we replace it. Every one of my truck has that in there. That way we have to replace a downloader, we know what pressure to set it at. Anyway, I tested it. I was putting out about 1400 psi. And I wasn't 100% sure. I was 99% sure this is where you adjusted it at. But I waited till Paul come in. I called him about it. He said, well, it should be adjusted. I said, it ain't adjusted, Paul. I said, I'm only getting about 1200 psi. And he looked over at the other report. He has mine up there. He said, you are right. They are not adjusted. Well, I put the gun on there, adjusted this, about 4 turns all it took. And I was up to 3500. I left it around 3300. But you talking about a freaking difference. Oh my God. That thing is a beast. But that's how everything works, guys. Like, you would think this line here runs to the tank. It don't. It runs back into a valve system right there. All right, there's 5 lines right here. 5 different lines on this. What the big difference is about this, it don't have a clutch. It has its own metering system. It's 3,500 psi, just like a regular pressure washer. It works just like a regular pressure washer. When you switch this over to rinse, or flush, I'm sorry, when you switch this over to flush, it puts out just as much, 3,500 psi, just like a regular pressure washer. It turns into a regular pressure washer when you flip that to flush. Now, when you're on soft wash there, SW there, soft wash, you are soft washing at 3,500 psi. You cannot run these two together, because it will dump into this blue line right here and put it back in your tank. You have to run soft wash, turn it off, turn flush on. It cleans out all the metering system, and it goes out your gun instead of going back in your tank. It has, like I said, it has no clutch at all. It's belt driven, just like a regular pressure washer. See it? Regular belt driven. It has no electric clutches in it to go out. Like I said yesterday, it's all stainless steel. I used it this morning. This was degreaser this morning. I actually dropped it in here when I did Publix this morning and sprayed the whole front of Publix down through the soap. The reason it has the purple soap in it, I just spent the last freaking 5 hours cleaning this R-Max 1000 right here. I spent 4 hours cleaning this thing. We're supposed to be going away on 4th of July, and Yamaha has a warranty. This ain't like brand new now, guys. I have detailed this thing. I have put my hands on everything in here. Well, anyway, when you drive on asphalt, this thing makes a clinking noise. You ride on grass, you don't hear it. But anyway, Yamaha supposed to have a recall on the rear ends of these, and I'm going to take it in Wednesday and drop it off, and they supposed to fix it for me. Then I ran into another problem. It cranks right up, it drives no problem. I noticed my radio was not working. I'm like, what the hell, blow a fuse. Well, I didn't think no more about it, and I went ahead and cleaned it and did the whole 9 yards to it. My son come over with his bullshit, and I said, I'm going to go ahead and take the hood off and clean up underneath. He said, is that where the motor at? I said, no. Well, there's all the wiring that runs it. There's the breather. The first thing happens when I pull the hood, guess what? Rats. Got that. Got that. There goes that headlight right there. I noticed it wasn't working. You got this wire. See all the ends that chewed off? It chewed a couple wires over here. That goes to the radio. But it actually got one of my wires that runs to the transfer case on the four-wheel drive. It don't go in the four-wheel drive. They ate one of the wires. I got to put it in the shop so they can trace it down, fix that for me. And one other thing. Well, it's just a four-wheel drive thing. It's not working in that headlight. But the radio, they actually chewed the radio all to hell, all the wirings. And you talk about mad, I was pissed. I don't know what that's going to cost me to get all that fixed, but we're supposed to be going away camping and riding side by sides for 4th of July. And I was going to get in the shop and get the rear end fixed, but that's what happened. Now they got wiring issues to deal through. Guys, one of my biggest fear when it comes to animals, everybody knows I got chicken, ducks, turkeys, you name it, I got it. Fish, I got it all. It's snakes. me and my wife went away last week to Georgia. And one of my guys has been taking care of my animals for me. Come here and said, hey, boss man, a snake got one of your quail. Well, he took the quail home till I came back. And I was out here watering my garden right over, or the other side of the orange tractor. And I heard them quail freaking screaming. I took off running, went inside. The owl was trying to get out the door. I said, there got to be a snake in here somewhere. And I went to go moving around and moved my sheet on top, and there he was on top of the cage under a sheet. He was up there under that corner right there. A big ass rat snake. Well, I dragged him off over and gave him my ass whipping and cut his head off, and now he's over in the woods over. But when I was gone to Georgia last week, he ate one of them. Well, anyway, back to the bandit. That's pretty much how it works. You got to have one of them lights on to work. It don't have a clutch. It's 3,500 psi. It's electric start. And I used it quite a bit today, and it worked good. Reading that little bit of stuff right there is, actually, this was loose. I tightened it up this morning on the job. That's why the stain is down there. But day one, I was happy with it.